Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves. I hope you guys have been living a happy and joyous life, smiling, leaving people alone. Please slide to the side. Let big man come through. I need space. Let's get it. So, today I'm going really deep. This evening, morning, wherever you are. I'm going deep. This is a deep one. For some of you guys to think about that are worried about the future and the things that happen. I'm not sure this in my lifetime or your lifetime. Nobody knows but the Father Himself. That's recorded in the Bible. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a doomsday prophecy provider. I don't work for the church. I just bring you the information that is written. You know what I mean? So please take heed. So basically what we're getting into today is what is the 1,000 years of peace on earth in the Bible all about? What is it all about? Basically they call it, some people call it the millennium reign or whatever, but we're going to dive deep. So what is the 1,000 years of peace on earth in the Bible all about? The 1,000 years of peace in the Bible is usually called the millennium reign of Christ. It comes mainly from the book of Revelation, especially Revelations chapter 20, verses 1 through 6. What the 1,000 years means. The Bible describes a future time when Jesus Christ rules the earth for 1,000 years, bringing peace, justice, and restoration. Key points from the passage. 1, Satan is bound. Satan is restrained so he cannot deceive the nations. This is why the world experiences peace. Christ reigns on earth. Jesus Christ rules as king. Believers who were faithful reign with him. 3, a time of global peace. Many Christians connect this period with prophecies like the book of Isaiah describing a world where nations stop warring. We all know what's going on down here with this crazy war that is like senseless, that has inflation going crazy. You know what I'm saying? These politicians, these lawmakers, they don't care about us, man. I don't care whether you're blue, red, white, green, black, purple. Like, they just don't care. At the end of the day, they come down and eat dinner and they laugh at us all. It's sickening. So nations start warring, justice rules, creation is restored. Example prophecy often connected to the millennium. They will beat their swords into plowshares. Nations will not take up swords against nations. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. Number 4, the earth is restored. Long life. Boy, wouldn't you want to live a long, happy, and joyous life? I know it was recorded in the Bible that some people, live 800-900 years. You know what I'm saying? We lost that somehow wherever we were at in that timeline. So we no longer live that long anymore. But the book of Revelations and the millennium reign is offering long life, peace among nations, righteous leadership, knowledge of God spreading worldwide. At the end of the 1,000 years, Satan is released briefly. There is a final rebellion, a final judgment. Then comes the final judgment and the creations of a new heaven and a new earth. This is described later in the book of Revelations. Different Christians' interpretations. Christians understand the 1,000 years in a few ways. 1, pre-millennium view. Jesus returns before the 1,000 years. He physically rules the earth. 2, amillennium view. The 1,000 years is symbolic of the current church age. 3, post-millennium view. The world becomes more righteous first, then Christ returns. The deeper meaning. For many believers, the millennium represents God's final demonstration that his kingdom brings true peace. Evil cannot ultimately win. Humanity will see what a world under God's rule looks like. It is essentially a preview of the eternal kingdom. So many people also wonder whether current events are moving toward this period. So basically, the order of events, if you want to, I can also explain the order of events leading up to the 1,000-year tribulation, second coming, etc. Signs the Bible says will appear before it begins. Those pieces that make whole prophecies much clearer. Definitely, I could do that for you. We are also at 5 minutes exactly into this video. If you haven't, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. This is a deep topic. Some believers out there and some people wondering the state of the earth. Here we go, and this is what it says in the book of Revelations. Like I said, I did not write the book. I'm just bringing you the written word and making you more aware of what's going on down here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification. All right, let's walk through the full timeline most people are referring to when they talk about the 1,000 years. I'll keep it clear, grounded in scripture so you can see how it all connects. The biblical timeline leading to the 1,000 years. 1, the last days, where many believe we are now. So just sit back and ask yourself, what do these days feel like? We have all of these things going on down here on planet Earth, all kinds of wars, all kinds of lawlessness, moral, immoral, lovers of money, greed. It's all kinds of crazy stuff going on down here, man. People being sacrificed, it's just total, utter chaos. So the last days where many believes we are now described across the book of Matthew, chapter 24, second epistle to Timothy, chapter 3. Science mentioned wars and rumors of wars, lawlessness increasing. That's another thing, lawlessness increasing. I see that every day that I walk this earth. It's just more lawlessness and people that are doing things and getting away with it, and it's just ridiculous. Also to deception and false teachers, moral decline, people becoming lovers of self, money, pleasures of God. This isn't the end yet, it's a setup stage. 2, the Great Tribulation, time of intense chaos, described in the book of Daniel, the book of Revelation. This is a period of global distress, persecution of believers, natural disasters, economic control systems. The Antichrist appears. Antichrist rises to power, gains global influence, demands worship and control. This is often seen as the darkest period in human history. 3, the second coming of Christ, described in book of Revelations, chapter 19. Jesus Christ returns visibly and powerfully, defeats evil forces, is the rule of the Antichrist. This is not quiet or hidden, it's undeniable and global. 4, Satan is bound. From the book of Revelation, chapter 20, Satan is locked away for 1,000 years, can no longer deceive humanity. This is what allows real peace to exist. Could you imagine Satan being locked away for 1,000 years and can no longer deceive people, human people, and how more put together that this earth will be, and how loving people will be around, and the collective in harmony. You know what I'm saying? This is what allows real peace, which sounds great. 5 also too, the 1,000-year reign, the millennium. Now we reach what you originally asked about. So Jesus Christ reigns as king. Believers reigns with him. The earth experiences peace, justice, order, and restoration. Connected prophecies from the book of Isaiah. Example, no more war. Even natural becomes peaceful. Truth and righteousness dominate. This is basically what the world will look like under perfect leadership. 6, Satan final release in rebellion. After 1,000 years, Satan is released briefly. He deceives people again. A final rebellion happens. Even after peace, some still choose rebellion. This shows the human heart still needs God. 7, final judgment. All people are judged by God. Evil is permanently destroyed. Also from the book of Revelations. Could you imagine where time, we live in a time where evil is all around us, and evil always prevails somehow in some way. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how strong your beliefs are, and depending on who you got protecting you, evil is permanently destroyed. Imagine when that will happen. Things will be so much better. The earth will be more peaceful and harmonious, and that also is recorded from the book of Revelations. So number 8, new heaven and new earth, basically eternity. This is the final stage. God creates a completely new perfect reality. No death, pain, suffering, eternal peace with God. So we're now at 10 minutes and 2 seconds into the video. If there's no reason why you shouldn't have already, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Like I said, I am not a pastor. I don't work for the church, bishop, clergyman, or even claim to have a religion. I'm just bringing you the information as it has been written in the book of Revelations on things to come and what we can look forward to in certain parts of the Bible, which is basically called the 1,000-year reign, which is basically the millennium reign. Some Christians know it as. It's where 1,000 years on earth, where everything is restored and everything is peaceful, and then Satan, the devil himself, is let out again to deceive one another and mankind. So basically, new heaven and earth, eternity. This is the final stage. God creates a completely new, perfect reality. Could you imagine no death, no pain or suffering? We around us see so much death, pain, and suffering around us that it is mentally, the mental capacity is very, very detrimental into mental health down here on earth, because we see so much pain, suffering, and death, and also eternal peace with God, which will be in the new heaven and new earth, eternal peace with God. And the big question too, I know you're asking, are we close? And how close are we? I ask this question all the time. I've been asking this question since I was about 14 years old, or how close we are, or when really is it all going to pop off? You know what I'm saying? The Bible gives signs, but not the exact date. It says that no man knows, not the animals, not the, angels, not even Jesus self him knows. It only says that the Father knows the exact time. So keep that in mind too, for all you people out there that have be putting dates on stuff and trying to figure things out. Well, you're not gonna figure out that one, because it says no one knows, no man knows. So stop that. So yeah, the Bible gives signs, but not the exact date. From book of Matthew, no one knows the day or hour, but many people today point to global instability. Of course, you see global instability. We have, which I'm gonna say, in the United States, and I would like to think that my country is very, very strong, and we're leading and doing the right things, but I have a feeling that we're not as strong as we're used to, and that's mentally, physically, and financially, because global instability. If you're a person around here and you have to pay hardcore earned cash for your food, you can tell, you can compare and tell your food bills. The items of food are so high that it's basically becoming a very, very difficult thing just to put food on the table. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you right now, I'm almost paying $5 a gallon for gas. You know what I'm saying? Good thing that I've started walking a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was left up to me, I'd get rid of my car, because $5 for gas is insane. And also too, not only just the $5 for gas, after you get through paying the $5 a gallon for the gas, you have to keep up with the maintenance on your car. And taking your car to get it fixed is just astronomically just crazy. That's why I've adopted a lot of on DIYs and do it myself. And I try to stay within the technology that I can handle, because we have a lot of these new cars that are meant for you to head down to the dealership so you can't fix them. You know what I'm saying? And that's where really certain things be implemented and people can't really see. They look at the technology in the car and this and that, but at the end of the day, it's for a reason, to keep us down, to keep us in the cycle of where we have to continuously recycle this money through different things that are not fair out here. You know what I mean? So actually, two moral shifts and increase in deception. These match patterns describe, but interpretation requires wisdom, not fear. The big picture, what it all means. This whole timeline shows evil has a limit. God allows time, but not forever. Peace only fully comes under God's rule. History is moving toward a final restoration. So, yeah, so history, we can tell that it's moving toward its final restoration. We are now 15 minutes, 3 seconds into this video that I have brought to you. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments that this is something that you had your eye on or had your ear to for a while, and you constantly watch with the things that are going on down here when and how close we are to the end of this system of things, and the craziness that's going on down here, and the problems that these people in higher places are bringing towards mankind. You know, our food is all jacked up. The things that we drink is all jacked up. The things that we drink from creating poisons, nanoplastics. There's so much things down here on earth that we as human beings have to worry about. Lawlessness, evilness, man. When will it ever stop? Who knows? So if you want me to, I can go deeper. I can break it down on what the mark of the beast really means, whether the rapture happens before or after tribulation, or how to recognize deception versus truth in these times. So as a bonus, I'm going to hook you guys up and I'm going to dive deep. I told you we're going deep today, this morning, tonight, this evening, wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? We're going deep. Let's get it. So, all right, let's go deep and connect all the major pieces clearly. The mark of the beast, the rapture, and how to recognize deception versus truth. These are some of the most talked about and misunderstood parts of the Bible prophecy. 1. The mark of the beast. What is it really? Main source, Book of Revelations, chapter 13. What the Bible says, a system is set up where no one can buy or sell without the mark. The mark is tied to the Antichrist. Worship and allegiance. It is placed on the right hand or forehead. What it likely represents. There are a few interpretations. Literal view, a physical mark possible tied to technology, ID systems, or economics. Digital ID. Okay, enough of that. Deeper spiritual meaning, very important. In the Bible, forehead equals thoughts and beliefs. Hand equals action and behavior. So the mark may also represent thinking aligned with evil, living in obedience in a corrupt system. Key warning. Taking the mark is not described as an accident. It is knowing, choice, or loyalty. It's less about ops. I got tricked. Oh, excuse me. It's less about oops, I got tricked. More about I choose this system over God. 2. The rapture, when does it happen? The rapture, being caught up, comes from first as possible to the Thessalonians chapter 4. Believers are caught up to meet Christ. The 3 main views. 1. Pre-tribulation, most popular today. Rapture happens before tribulation. Believers are removed early. Emphasis, escape from coming chaos. 2. Mid-tribulations, happen halfway through tribulations. 3. Post-tribulations, very important view. Believers go through tribulation. Rapture happens when Christ returns. Supported by the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Sequence in this view. 1. Tribulation. 2. Jesus returns. 3. Believers are gathered. 4. Judgment begins. Why this matters. The Bible repeatedly emphasizes endurance, staying faithful under pressure. So regardless of timing, the message is be spiritual, ready, not dependent on escape. 3. How to recognize deception versus truth. This is huge because deception is one of the biggest end times warning, from Book of Matthew, second principle, to the Thessalonians. What deception will look like. False leaders claiming truth. Miracles and signs that look real. Systems that seem good but oppose God underneath. Pressure to conform. Even the Antichrist is described as convincing, powerful, appearing right at first. How to stay grounded in truth. Know scriptures for yourself, not just what people say about it. Compare everything in the world. 2. Watch actions, not just words. Truth produces integrity, humility, and righteousness. 3. Be careful with fear-based control. Deception often uses fear, urgency, and pressure. Truth may warn, but it doesn't manipulate. 4. Stay spiritually alert. The Bible emphasizes being awake, watchful, and discerning. So guys, we are now at 20 minutes and 2 seconds into this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I definitely would like to know your input. If you're a spiritual person, this is definitely a deep conversation. I bring this stuff to you out of the kindness of my heart because I care about you guys and I want you guys to know this information. I think it's very important for the time that we are living in today. Like I said, and like I want to keep saying, I am not a pastor. I do not work for the church. I do not claim a religion. I'm just bringing you the truth on what the truth says and what the book that was written. I don't write the Bible. I don't write the things coming from it. Also do recognize that a lot of things have been taken out of the Bible and some things have been added to the Bible too also. So I'm neutral about religion. If you have a religion, that's your prerogative. That's what you do. I'm not here to fight, argue over anyone's religion or what they believe. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from and what I know. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. So staying spiritually alert. The Bible emphasizes on being awake, watchful, and discerning. Bringing it all together. Here's the full picture in a simple form. 1, world conditions shift, deception, and instability. 2, Antichrist rises. 3, the mark of the beast system enforces loyalty. Get that one. That's a jewel right there. The mark of the beast system enforces loyalty. So the mark of the beast is going to enforce you to be loyal to it. So you guys need to really think about what's really going on out here before you choose it. 4, tribulation intensifies. 5, Jesus Christ returns. 6, believers are gathered in the rapture. 7, the 1,000-year reign begins. 8, final judgment. 9, eternal kingdom. So, my final thought, this is important. A lot of people focus on fear, dates, and conspiracies, but the Bible's main message is actually simpler. Stay faithful, stay aware, stay grounded in truth. Don't give your loyalty to anything above God. So, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I told you guys that I was going in. This has been a video on what exactly is the 1,000-year reign or the 1,000 years of peace on earth that the book of Revelation described. I hope you guys have made some sense of it. I hope you guys have took the word and actually do your own research. You know what I'm saying? I bring these things because I'm blessed to bring these things to you, and this is my job and my duty. This world is in like utter chaos down here. Is just, and nobody knows really what to do with this world. Everyone thinks that they have the answer. You know what I'm saying? These politicians think that they have the answer. Law enforcement think that they have the answer. Nobody has the answer. So what's going on? I hope you guys wake up to what's really going on and see. We are in the last days. This is it, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Until then, peace. I'm out.